Walking with Charlie and Harry, day 4. Still trying to get some enthusiasm. Walkies? Walkies? Better luck next time. Our walk starts today in the car park off Marlborough Road next to the Wiltshire Council depot, and we're going to be walking along the former Wilts and Berks Canal. This clearly isn't a canal, but we're going to get there in a minute. As you approach the canal, there are a couple of different paths you could take, but we're going to take the one which bears round to the left, which is the official tow path, and we're going to turn right. Come into the canal area, and there we have our first view in the early morning sun of the canal. The former Wilts and Berks Canal is currently being restored by the Wilts and Berks Canal Trust. We're going to walk along the old tow path. It is early in the morning and I don't have the dogs on lead. This does get very, very busy during the day, so clearly if you're here at another time, then dogs on lead is absolutely essential. What makes this walk so popular is the fact that it is actually flat all the way, and there are various lengths of walks that you can do. I'm going to give you the timings to each of the bridges. So we're just arriving at the first bridge. In the car park, that's taken me less than 10 minutes. So doing the maths, if you want a nice little 20-minute circular walk, you can come from the car park, over the bridge and back again. Just come up on the bridge to give you a view back down the canal. If you go over this way, oh, Harry's cocking his leg, that will take you back up to Brynard's Hill. Just come across some ducklings. I think there are 7 ducklings there. There were originally 11, so the dogs are currently on lead, not that you can see it. It's lovely to see the ducklings. Although it looks like a canal, officially the canal was abandoned in 1914. Just heard a fish. Most of it's in private ownership, but the Wilts and Berks Canal Trust are doing their best to buy up bits and restore it. It's worth noting that there are views on the other side of the hedge. A bit high at the moment, but that's the Marlborough Downs over there. There's Charlie and last year's bulrushes. Another plane. The heron. I'm just approaching the next bridge. Another 8 minutes on from the first bridge. And if you go along this bridge, it takes you back over towards Interface and Woodshaw. Here where the canal runs along the railway line. Fortunately, the electrification of the railway has created all sorts of wonderful gantries which ruin the skyline. There we go, that's progress for you. Just in case you do fall in, all the necessary safety precautions are provided. Just coming up to the last opportunity for a while to cross over the canal, which is this one here. I'm going to carry on up here and as far as Challington Lock, and I'm going to do a detour and come back. That will be at the end of the video. Not a very good bridge here, so do be careful. This side is not so pretty because we have the railway line here. We do have lots of bee-friendly plants. Lovely reflection of the gantry in the water. We're going round to the right, keeping the railway on our right. Over another bridge. It's like a building site, probably because it is. There's some new houses going up there next to the railway, down the gantry. Back into the woods. You'd have thought you were right next to a building site, a railway line and a canal. A little place to stop and pause. See the canal. Over in the distance, Marlborough Downs is. I'm just sitting there waiting for the sun to come out so that they can open up. Oh, I've not seen a canoeist before. I don't think Harry has either. The path continues down here, but I'm going to take this little one off to the right with Harry because there's a lovely pond down here. Beautiful little hidden pond with some lovely yellow irises in there as well. Not sure you can see them. There you go. To the woods. There's a bridge over here which takes you up to Willards Hill. This is where the bridge comes out, the first bridge, had you come back that way. Very short walk. We're going straight on here. We're getting back towards habitation here and the end of the walk. Hope you've enjoyed it. And a final last look at the canal and the sunrise. I'm going to carry on up here, and as far as Chaddington Lock, the path is much more difficult up here. There's no consolidated surface as such, so it does get a bit tricky in bad weather. There's evidence of cyclists being along here. Brave souls. Once again, you get a stunning view of the gantries in the morning sun. Absolutely beautiful. Not going along a narrow bit here, but what you do have is a very good view again of the Marlborough Downs. So you might as well take advantage of being slightly elevated and having a look at those, because there's nothing to see on the other side. So there's a lot of private farmland, and we have a farm here, and you can look back and see Woodshaw and more gantries. We're going to carry on down the narrow path here up to Morningside Farm and Chaddington Lock. Coming now to Chaddington Lock and Chaddington Bridge, we do have the opportunity to turn round here in a circle. So we're going to go over the water here. Looking quite nice in the morning sun. I'm going to walk along the left-hand side of this stretch of water. On the left-hand side here is part of Morningside Farm. Little low bit here where Harry thinks he can get a drink of water. Charlie also thought he'd partake. But this is one of the bridges that's been restored by the Wilts and Berks Canal Trust. On the lock. To go over the bridge. Stop and show you the lock that's been restored here. That goes up to Studley Grange. We're not going up there, we're going to turn around and go back today. Back down the other way, you can see Woodshaw in the distance and the inevitable gantries. A slight detour to bring you to Morningside Meadows. I'll show you from a distance at Wiltshire Wildlife Trust purchased these in 2019, safeguarding the future of these rare and threatened floodplain meadows. Back down the slope, and we're on our return journey. As my father used to say, we've been there and back to see how far it is. Back to the end of the restored bit and onto the narrow path again. Old sign, Wiltshire County Council. To this junction, we need to take the narrow path down here, not the wide one. Very popular with joggers along here. Split tree trunk, just having a quick look in there to see if there's anything nesting. Nothing obvious. More gantries. Just coming to the end of the detour now and come back to where we can go back over the canal here.